guys, this is Tiara. Welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm going through a lot. I have to pay my utility bill. I literally forgot. My bad. This is a lot. Okay, so I started this video all calm and whatnot.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I live alone. I don't talk to nobody. I call people, but you know, people have lives. I don't. So I call people and try to like get everything out at once. But like some people are not available. The lighting, this is not good lighting. I try to get everything out all at once, but the way my brain operates is like I have a list of things that I need to talk to this person about, and I need to get it out right now while we're on the phone. And I don't need to hear their response or anything. I just need to get out what I need to say because I've been holding it in for like 3 days because I don't have nobody to talk to. And so that's how I operate. So it's gonna be all over the place because that's how my brain is. It's all over the place. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. I'm so scared to like upload and like go for it. It's such a scary feeling because you don't know if it's gonna be a success. Like you have to build it from the ground up. Like I don't have a large following on Instagram. I don't have a large following on TikTok. Nothing. You just go for it and hope for the best. And I find it like embarrassing because I be seeing like on campus, I be seeing the little YouTubers on campus who got the little YouTube channels and they be vlogging and I be like, that's mad embarrassing. But it's not. Like, who am I to judge? Because look. Oh, I am a hypocrite. I will admit. I will admit that.
Stop it. Get some help.
I think I don't downplay. Like, I'm a fucking hypocrite. And I'm aware of it. Very aware. Very. Sometimes I think I'm like a narcissist. But like at the same time, I don't know what the hell narcissist means. And so I was thinking like, does that mean I'm a narcissist? Because you know when you don't know something, like you don't know what it means, that means you are it. Oh my God. But like I know narcissism, like I know people who are narcissists, like people don't like that. So I'm like, I don't want to be that. Because somebody just explained to me what it is. I tried looking it up on Google, but it just didn't make any sense. So I was like, damn. Oh my God, help me, Jesus. Is that me? Like, I don't know. What is a narcissist? Somebody please explain if this reaches anybody. Because I sometimes go into rants. This is weird, but everybody talks to themselves. Like if these walls could talk, they would be my best friends because they know a lot, right? They know a lot. Say cheese wall, say cheese bestie. Why does it look like she's pregnant? I remember freshman year of college. I'm a junior now. Freshman year of college, I tried to like vlog me door dashing, and I was like going to start a YouTube channel and be like, day in the life of college dasher, because I used to DoorDash and I was known in my dorm hall as the girl who door dashes because I one time dropped food off to somebody who lived in my dorm hall and I was like, okay, so I'm never gonna DoorDash on this side of town. I'm gonna go to the town over where the rich people are at too and DoorDash over there because why would I DoorDash just to get back to, if I want to get on campus, I'm gonna go back to my dorm because I'm tired, but I need the money, y'all, because okay, so I worked the entire summer. I worked since I was 16. I've been working since I was 16. I'm 20 now. So I literally was like, y'all, everybody has to take career prep, right? In high school. My career prep teacher told us, like, don't get a job, like, your first semester. Try to get the flow of college and social life before you go out and get a job. I took her advice. So I saved up. I tried to take her advice. I saved up $800. That $800 was gone in 2 weeks.
And there's no money in here.
I had no money and I didn't know what to do. So I tried to be a dasher in the city that I'm from. I live in Alabama, y'all. I started to be a dasher and it was like unavailable. I was like, oh, Okay, but also like the city that I'm from is a little bit smaller. So I was like, maybe I could try to be a dasher here. Oh, I got it. Because DoorDash sometimes doesn't let you be a dasher, and like if you put your zip code in, they'll be like, not hiring. I thought this, who do you mean not hiring? Who's the manager of DoorDash? Who is corporate, is customer service? And so I got it here and I started dashing. Like I try to do it like a couple hours. I try to do it every day. And the thing about making your own schedule is you're lazy. Like you'll be like, I don't feel like going, so you just don't go. And it's like no repercussions. Like you don't get no points, you don't get nothing. Like if I haven't dashed in over like 3 years. If I wanted to dash right now because I had the access to it to begin with, I could start dashing again. But they would only give me like an hour shift. But like if it gets hot in the town, you can get more time. And then each day different shifts open up so you can have that shift for that day or whatever. And what I've learned for dashing is if you want to dash on a Friday night. Dash on the 15th or the 30th, where people, well, not on the 30th because that check kind of goes to bills. But on the 15th, everybody's eating out. Everybody's eating out. Nobody is, eating at home. And then also the thing about my dashing, the like fact that I have access to being a dasher still, like because I haven't deleted the app or anything. I can go dash in different cities if I wanted to. I could go back home and go dash there. If there's not enough shifts available here or whatever. But why would I do that? I live here. Like my parents still live in my hometown, but that's too much work. So basically, yeah. And so I would dash like from like I would try to start. I got into class at like 11. So yeah, so I would try to dash from like 12 o'clock to 2 p.m. when people went on lunch. And I would try to do those on Fridays. And then I would, if I missed that or whatever, like I got busy or whatever, I would try to do it like when people got off of work, like 5 o'clock. But I found it hard to DoorDash to people's houses rather than like businesses because people would live in the fucking cut with no street lights. My little Kia, what was it? A Kia Forte hatchback. Bitch, she's dead now. I gotta do a video about that. She had the weakest headlights. Even if I put the brights on, it looked like regular headlights. Like I needed them LED lights that be blinding the fuck out of everybody. Girl, when I tell you I could not see them people's, I can't see at night. Like I don't like to drive at night if it's not no street lights. Like I hate driving at night because I can't see. Like you think I wear glasses? I could not see them houses. I was like, I need to get the hell off. Like, but then like I would get another dash and it would be like $10. $10 is a lot for a dash because most of the time if it's like a small order or like it's not like a big order or whatever, it would be like maybe $5-7 if they tip. If they don't tip, it's like $3 for your dash. And that's being realistic about dashing. That's why dashers get mad when y'all don't tip because they're just making $3. Would you want to make $3 for doing 20 minutes? Huh? Like 20 minutes of your time, you only made $3. That's like a stripper going out on the pole and doing a set and they throw a whole bunch of quarters. That ain't gonna cut it. Like, no. And that's why like that. That's why dashers are so passionate. I don't DoorDash food. Like, I'm going to get in my car and go get it myself. Because DoorDash tax the fuck out of y'all food and then don't even give the dasher the money. Like, y'all think the dasher's getting all that? I don't know where the money's going to, but it's not going to the dasher, to the motherfucker that picking it up. It's not going that person. So that's why they, like, you have to tip. I don't know what the taxes is. Like, I really don't. That's something I'm gonna have to do research on. I probably won't. So yeah, I was making like $100 a week. You got paid weekly. So if that was a full paycheck, that'd be $200 bi-weekly. What the hell? But it was enough. So for that whole semester, I was just doing like anything sporadically, rather than get a job. Okay, I did get a job that semester and I worked there for a day and I was like, I don't want to do that. It was chaotic. It was at a pizza place, and I was like, I don't know. Nope, this is not for me. I quit after a day. First of all, and then like they called me and they were like, they left a message like, can we get our uniform back? Why would you want this bag? Like, this is dirty. Like, I like for one day, I got so dirty for one day. I thought the first day you do onboarding, you know, paperwork, you get the uniform, whatever. But I was like covered in pizza toppings, pizza flour, and I lived in a fucking dorm. We didn't have a washer and dryer connect. I had to go downstairs to the laundry room and hope nobody left their shit in the washer because I needed to wash this shirt if I was gonna go back. And I was like, I'm not going back. I'm just gonna keep dashing. And then my sister got me like this job to work concession stands at like a football stadium. They pay like $120. And I thought it was, she was like, yeah, it's not taxed or whatever. So I'm thinking, oh, they're just gonna hand me cash at the end of the, no, I don't wait a week and a half. I was like, girl, I'm broke. I had to drive like it was in a different city, like 3 hours away from where my school is. And I was like, how am I gonna get back? I thought they were gonna give us money. I only had money to get us here. How I got through freshman year of college is, oh, I should do this is basically the video on freshman year of college. It was literally like, one time I used to go home every weekend because I was so miserable here. I'm not a social person. Like, I'm very anti. I tried. I went to one party and we were packed in there like sardines. And I was like, I'm never doing this shit again. Like, this is not even fun. Nobody can move. And then this was like COVID. Like, mind you, it's 2021. We literally, I think the dorm ended up having a COVID breakout like 2 weeks later. Like, the whole campus had a COVID breakout 2 weeks later. It was wild. And we had to go on lockdown. My roommate got COVID. It was crazy. That was just a crazy time. I used to go home every weekend in my little Kia Forte hatchback. I love that hatchback with my whole heart. Like, anytime somebody try to talk about it, I'd be like, oh, don't you talk about Beatrix? Who you talking about? And so I used to go home every weekend, and I never got any maintenance done on my car. I used to just get oil changed, and that was it. And I had this car for about a year at this point. And I bought it from my auntie's, she's married into the family, so I guess, I don't know. It was her father. What is that term? Would that be grandfather-in-law? No. We're like, no relation. And so we bought it from him, and it had just been sitting in his like driveway for years, I think, or whatever. And so it hadn't had any maintenance done in a while. So the tires were starting to ball. It was time for an alignment. The battery died at a gas station of all places. Like, I filled up the tank, and then I got in a car to turn it back on, and the bitch was dead. I was like, I just spent $30 filling this bitch up, and you're gonna die? I was so mad. I didn't have nobody to call because, like I said, I'm not social, so I don't have any friends. That's why, guys, you need to be social, because I didn't have anybody to call. So I called my uncle because he's the one, you know, who got the car for me or whatever, because it's his father-in-law that we bought it from. And I called him, and he does that little stick shift maneuver where, like, you put it in neutral, you try to start it, and then you put it back in park, and then it turns on or something like that. And it turned my car back on. I was like, thank God, because I had called a tow truck. And at the time, I didn't have AAA. And it was going to cost me like $120. And at this point, I had a Discover credit card. Yes, they had got me by this time, guys. Yes. I don't even remember like when this was. This is definitely fall semester, like first semester, my freshman year in college. Went through a lot. No wonder what happened in spring semester, freshman year of college happened. Yikes. And so I go to AutoZone. My uncle buys me, thank God, he like bought me a battery. And I get it switched out or whatever. Y'all, tell me why my battery, like, I got a new car because, like I said, my Kia Forte, she got in a car accident. And that's how I got this scar and stuff like that last year. That's a whole nother story. My battery to this new car that I got literally died when I had the snowstorm because I didn't crank it. It was already like kind of on its way out. Like the cold weather was getting to it, but it was still cranking perfectly fine. I cranked this shit 3 times to make sure, like I went a whole day without, like, the day that the snowstorm was like the worst, I didn't leave my apartment at all. I didn't even go to my car, whatever. So I go to my car, slipped, like it was nothing but ice, so I fell. And I go to my car, cranked it 3 times. The first time I cranked it, it was like it looked like it was struggling. Cranked it 3 times, and then I go back inside. I was like, I need to go to Walmart. I need cereal. I love cereal. And I go back and I like go to crank it. Bitch, she's dead. Well, this car is a he. Bitch, he's dead. And I was like, I was literally on the phone with my granny, like, not even, like, 2 minutes before. And I was like, yeah, she's cranking. It's fine. I mean, he's cranking. It's fine. Like, yeah, I just made sure everything was okay. And then I get in the car, and he just died. Oh, my God. And so I was like, because now I am, like, considered an adult, I guess. Because when I was a freshman in college, it was a little different. Like, she's freshman. She's still kind of maneuvered. She doesn't have a job. I had a job. And so I had to call AAA. We had my granny add AAA to the insurance at this point because of what happened with my battery to begin with. And I had to call them. It took a while. He ended up getting into like a car accident because the roads was icy. And like I'm so grateful for him to like for coming out there still and like helping me out because I didn't know what to do. And I had to drive. I was driving so slow on that icy road to get a new battery. And then I go to AutoZone. The man was kind of like, you know, like kind of like annoyed because I'm just a girl. I don't know shit. Okay, so I'm in there like, my battery died. Can you come check it, please? Like, I don't know what to do. And he tested it. He's like, a bad battery. I was like, so what does that mean? It's a bad battery. That's what he said. And I was like, well, calm down. I'm just a girl. And I had to go buy a new, I had to pay for this one. But I had a way out. I paid that off. I paid it on a credit card. But yeah, that little Discover card, they got me, y'all. But yeah, my battery, what the hell was I talking about before? What was I talking? That's what I'm going to call it. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? My battery died. And what was that before? Oh, how I used to go home every weekend. Okay, and then it kind of like, everything kind of like happened. Like the battery died, the tires, and then the brakes. It kind of all happened like back to back to back, like a month later, or like a year. When did I get new tires? Oh no, that was definitely that same year. When did I get new brakes? Oh, I got new brakes in 2022. Everything else kind of like crashed into, I knew the brakes was on the way out. I was like, after everything like went to shit in 2021, I was like, oh, the brakes got to be next. And I was like waiting for it. And it happened. It definitely was 2022. I don't know if it was spring 2022 or fall. I think it was fall. A lot happened like fall 2021, my freshman year of college. A lot happened. And I also, when I got in a car accident, I got a concussion. Wild, right? And my memory is kind of like fucked. Like I can remember things, but I don't know when it happened. So like then next thing you know, the tires went crazy. So I used to go home every weekend. I had ways to get there. I didn't have money to get back though, but I still somehow made it to and from. No issue. I don't know how I like I would use that little $100 I got from DoorDash to go home. And then so I still had like an EBT card because the state gave, y'all know that little PEBT everybody got for COVID and stuff because we couldn't go to school to get lunches, so they gave everybody EBT cards so they can go buy groceries so everybody can eat. Well, I still, somehow it got reloaded. even though I had already graduated. It got reloaded in that fall 2020, and that lasted me till spring 2022 when I finally got a job in spring of 2022. Still freshman year though. And so yeah, that's how I pay for groceries. Thank God for that. Because without that, like, I would have been hungry. I would have to use $100 to get food. Like, I could have used $100 to get, like, I would have been so fucked. I would have for real had to stay at that job, even though I hated it. So, okay, back to the tires. So I go home. Mind you, my car has been shaking. Y'all know what I didn't know what it meant. I was just a girl. I just an 18-year-old little girl. And so the car is shaking the entire car ride. It's a 3-hour drive back home. And the car is shaking. She's shaking in her boots. And I get to like the city with like literally the worst traffic. I get to like Birmingham, Alabama has like, so we're like in like stop and go traffic. So you're like stopping and you go, and like my car is literally shaking. So I finally reach my city, the gump, and I decided to go 100 miles per hour on bald ass tires, and bitch, she shredded. And I was like, oh, just my tire just popped. And so I pull over and I call my dad. I was like, my tire just popped. I know how to change a tire, but I didn't know that there's a key that you have to put on one of the lug nuts, or however you say it. I watched multiple videos on how to change a tire. I knew what I was doing. I went and got the spare. I went and got the little car jack or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but I know how to use them. And I go, and I'm like, what's wrong with this lug nut? I can't get her unscrewed. There was a key that's in your glove box most of the time that you gotta keep track of. And all I needed was to grab that. So I get on my phone with my dad. I was like, I can't figure out, like, I know what I'm doing, but he's like, call 911. I was like, call 911? Because I don't have roadside assistance at this point, y'all. Like, it was just a lot. I think my tire shredded and then my battery died. I think that's how it went. I think it was the tires and then the battery. No, it was the battery, then the tires. Yeah, because my uncle paid for both of them. And so I called my dad. He's like, call 911. Because I don't have roadside assistance. And so I called 911. I was like, oh my God. And I'm like hyperventilating. I'm crying. And the 911 dispatcher, she's like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, my tire just shredded. She probably was like in her mind, like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, my tire just shredded. And I was like, I need help. Like, I didn't know who to call. So I called 911. Like, I don't know. She's like, okay, I'm going to send roadside assistance for you. Do you need an ambulance? Because it seems like you're having a panic attack. And I was like, no. I said no only because I was like, that ambulance bill. Because I was like thinking about my mom, like, ambulance bill. And mind you, like, to jump to like 2 years later, when I got my car accident in 2023, I was like, I don't want to get in the ambulance. It's gonna cost. And my mom was like, get in the goddamn ambulance, you idiot. Because anyway, and it turns out I had a fucking concussion, fractured orbital bone. Like, I needed to get in that ambulance. I thought it was okay, but it was all the adrenaline. I felt the pain. Like, it's all the adrenaline. And then, like, my spine was knocked out of place. Like, it was a lot when I got in my car. Another video. But yeah. So yeah, my tire shredded, and then the roadside assistance, like, it took them like fucking an hour and a half, and the sun was going down. I was getting scared. And so they came out, they changed the tire, put the donut on it, and then they looked at all other 3 of the tires. He was like, do you have a dad?
Hold on, wait. Hey!
Why did he ask, do you have a dad? Oh my God. That's such a crazy, do you have a dad? I was like, okay. So I go to get my tires changed the next day. My dad, I did need an alignment. But yeah, my uncle ended up paying for it and everything. Freshman year, I could do a whole like part two spring semester. This is just fall semester. Fall semester was wild. I saw the City Girls. That's so random. That was the last good performer that this college has had in the 3 years that I've been here, was the City Girls. And the City Girls was the best. Like, if y'all don't, but too many of the people that I like have Grammys, and I talked to somebody who's kind of like on the board of like who picks who's going to perform, and if they have a Grammy, no, they're not in the budget. So yeah, so all my artists that I like all have Grammys, so except for, and I was like, okay, so Nicki Minaj, she don't got a Grammy. Sorry. But yeah, oh my god, okay. I said I was gonna end this video like, see, I can rant. What were we talking about? Alright, this is really the end of the video. Please subscribe, please like, comment, subscribe to your girl channel.
A few moments later.
This is chaotic.